After 60, loss of leg strength doesn't happen slowly. It happens quietly. Many people only notice when getting up from a chair becomes difficult, climbing stairs feels exhausting, or their feet start dragging on the floor. And almost everyone hears the same advice their whole life. Walk more. But if walking were enough to maintain leg strength, why do so many active people still lose mobility after 60? The problem isn't lack of effort. It's lack of the right stimulus. In Japan, seniors in their 80s and even 90s continue standing up on their own, climbing stairs, and walking steadily because they practice simple movements that keep their muscles working against gravity. Today, I'll show you 3 easy Japanese movements that reactivate leg strength, improve stability, and help you stay independent in just a few minutes a day. Start today, and in about 2 weeks many people already feel a difference when standing up from a chair and climbing stairs. Before we begin, write your age and where you're watching from in the comments. I read every one. And subscribe to the channel to learn how to age with more autonomy using methods inspired by Japanese longevity. Movement 1. Slow sit to stand from a chair. Did you know that your ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands is one of the strongest indicators of independence later in life? In Japan, this movement is treated as exercise, not just part of daily routine. Many seniors consciously practice this gesture every day because they know it keeps muscles active against gravity. Sit on a firm chair with both feet flat on the floor. Cross your arms over your chest or extend them forward, simply to avoid pushing with your hands. Now stand up slowly, pressing your feet into the ground. Avoid throwing your body forward. Feel the weight travel through your heels, thighs, and hips. When you're fully standing, pause for 1 second. Then sit back down in a controlled way, as if gently braking your body until you touch the chair. Do 5 to 10 repetitions. This movement strengthens your quadriceps, glutes, and hips, exactly the muscles that allow you to get out of bed, rise from the sofa, and climb stairs. But it does something even more important. It teaches your body to generate strength without momentum. After 60, many people start throwing themselves up. Here, you relearn how to rise using muscle and control. With practice, many people notice that standing up feels easier, their body responds faster, and simple daily tasks become natural again. Some also report less knee discomfort because the movement becomes better distributed between hips and thighs. But strength alone is not enough. The next movement teaches your legs to work while your weight shifts, exactly what happens when climbing steps or stepping around obstacles. Movement 2. Short step-back lunge, gentle version. Stand tall with your feet about hip-width apart and your torso upright. Take a small step backward with one leg. Bend both knees slightly, keeping your chest open and your head aligned over your spine. Then return to the starting position. Switch sides. Do 6 to 8 repetitions on each leg. Here, depth is not the goal. Control is. This movement activates your thighs, glutes, and deep hip muscles while also training lateral stability and pelvic control. Pay attention to how your weight settles into the front leg. Your hip should stay level, not drop to one side. Your knee should track forward naturally, without collapsing inward. These small details teach your body how to support itself when your base of support changes. It's the same pattern your body uses when climbing stairs, stepping off curbs, turning quickly, or recovering from a small misstep. At first, keep your steps short. You don't need to go low. Focus on feeling your weight settle into the front foot before returning. This teaches your brain how to organize your body when support shifts from one side to the other. Over time, you'll notice more firmness in your legs, more confidence when changing direction, and less hesitation on uneven ground. This exercise also improves reaction time because your body must reorganize itself with every repetition. Many people are surprised to feel their balance improve after just a few days of practicing this movement. And now comes a detail that many people overlook, but that makes a huge difference for walking well. Movement 3. Standing heel raises. Hold onto a chair or wall if needed. Stand with your feet parallel and your weight evenly distributed. Slowly rise up onto your toes, as if trying to make yourself taller. Press through the balls of your feet. Hold for 1 second at the top. Then lower down slowly, feeling your heels return to the floor. Do 10 to 15 repetitions. This exercise strengthens your calves, essential muscles for pushing your body forward while walking and for maintaining stability when you stop, turn, or change direction. Your calves act like natural springs. They absorb impact and help propel you into your next step. When they weaken, people tend to shorten their stride, shuffle their feet, and feel less secure on uneven surfaces. Weak calves are directly linked to shorter steps, faster fatigue, and a feeling of insecurity while walking. In Japan, this movement is practiced daily, often while brushing teeth, waiting for water to boil, or standing and talking. Small movement, big impact. With time, many people notice lighter steps, easier stair climbing, stronger push-off while walking, and the ability to stand longer without getting tired. These 3 movements work together to restore functional strength, stability, body weight control, and confidence in movement. They train exactly what you use every day. Standing up, shifting weight, climbing, descending, and walking. This isn't gym training. It's relearning how to use your legs. That's why people who practice regularly notice improvements when standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, and walking longer without fatigue. In Japan, this routine comes before any heavy exercise. First function, then intensity. In just a few minutes a day, you've learned 3 Japanese movements that help keep your legs strong and your body independent after 60. They can be done at home with no equipment. What looks simple is actually a powerful longevity strategy. Now the choice is in your hands. Which of these movements will you try today? Write it in the comments. I read every one. I'll see you in the next video.